Hey, it's Shabes, and welcome to another expedition of the Anime Encyclopedia. Hey, yo! We're jumping in. I already did 4 pages in the hour and a half between when I decided that I wanted to stream today and right now. I did 4 pages already, so I'm going to go over those notes very, very quick, like rapid fire through them, and then continue reading. I got 10 pages of M left for the first edition. Just the first edition. All of third edition still left to do. But I want to have M done by the end of this month. So I think I want to stream twice this week. I'll try. I can't do it on Thursday, but I'm going to try maybe Friday. I don't know. But I want to do it at least one more time this week. I want to get 5 pages in. And then... Yeah. Let me... Yep, check's complete. Thank God. Okay, that's done. That's done. I did a thing. Hi, good to see you, Greg. Okay, we got one body in. Popping the chat out. I gotta. Actually, it looks good. Yeah, now I can see it. Okay. I'm gonna share that I'm streaming at least. Even though usually the usual suspects usually find out sooner or later. Streaming! Yeah. Let me know if the music's good. You can actually hear it. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Okay. We're doing it! Where are my notes? Here are the notes. Okay. Updates. I believe the last... I'm kind of spitballing this of seeing where the last one was. Some changes. Mighty Space Manners, they added this thing about how it's unfinished, right? So it's like these problems... They cite some problems they have with the plot of the fucking thing. So like it may have influenced the buying public as the story remains unfinished. So they literally try to imply that like because of these plot holes they found, like they Neil deGrasse Tyson this shit. That's why it's unfinished. Really? It's annoying. And they also put this little note: sharp-eyed linguists may notice that Horseman Lunch Field could be written in Japanese as Umanosuke Ida, which is supposed to be the director's name, Umanosuke Ida. But they don't mention that it's the director's name. I'm like, why is that there? And then I had to really like, is it some name? And it's the director. So a little strange, but whatever. Hey Shaves, music sounds fine to me. Thank you, Spirit Chaser. It's very good to see you here. We're rapid firing through these updates, and then we're gonna keep reading. Millennium Actress, they added a similarity to the '87 film Actress. They're just like, oh, it's like this film. They added further detail about unreliable narrators. They didn't really give their opinion about Millennium Actress, but they just kind of gave more detail. They didn't really change the synopsis at all. They added how it was completed in January 2001 and it was screened in July, but it didn't get a general Japanese release until September of 2002. So that's an interesting note, I guess, but yeah. And then finally they just changed a couple little tweaks. Mirror of Array to Mirror of Haley. And they changed fleeting. They have this quote where they're describing the plot, and they're like, oh, there's a fleeting glimpse of the wonders of the next world. They change it to wonders of the world beyond our universe. It's like, okay. I guess it's not too different, but still. Something. Alright, they do have a couple new entries, I believe. I wrote down Memories of Youth and Mina no Egao, both from 93, that they missed in the first edition, but are now present in the third edition. I believe this is a new positive review. Miracle Girls, characters are so endearing they more than compensate for the patchwork series of plots. They kind of complain how, like, it's just a bunch of random it's episodic, I guess. They kind of alluded to, like, Kimiguri Orange Road, where there's psychic shenanigans, but they mostly focus on the teen drama stuff. But they still have other wacky stuff happen, like, so it's kind of a whatever, like free for all, and that's fine. But it's just at least they gave a positive impression of it. I think the new and negative one is this Miyuki-chan in Wonderland. Pointless. They start their article saying it's a pointlessly kinky retelling of Alice in Wonderland, and I just think that's such an awful attitude to have with anime, where it's like clear, like, and that's also this is by Clamp, right? They can do it. They can write and make whatever they want, you know, and like. That's one of the cool things about anime, in my opinion, and just manga and a lot of Japanese creatives, is that they have the platform and the willingness, daringness to make whatever they want, you know, and that's fun. I think. I have a video kind of cooking about that idea, a little something about something along those lines that I think could be interesting. A little lewd, it mostly having to do with the lewd stuff. It's like, why is anime so lewd, right? It's kind of, I think it's mainly for that. The fact that nobody really told them not to, right? It's profitable, so it's like, okay, it's on, right? And Miroku, I put mixed. I should probably. This is an opinion, but I don't really. I think I put a more dismissive thing, because it's not really giving any positive or negative sway to it. It's just an opinion that's like decidedly unhistorical. But like, no shit, it's unhistorical. Like, are you kidding me? That's just so weird. Oh, I put this in dismissive where it's supposed to be in odd choices. I'm sorry. Yeah, I put it in a dismissive. They give their like little Neil deGrasse Tyson thing, supposedly realistic hard sci-fi of the dangers of zero gravity life. Such a noble claim is somewhat ruined by having a character who survives exposure to vacuum and another with big anime hair, hardly suitable for tough life in the asteroid belt. He has big anime hair, so much for hard sci-fi. What? Who cares? Like, why complain about that? It was just so strange, and it's a shame because like that particular OVA, I've heard insanely positive things about. Insanely positive. The only tragic thing is that it's unfinished. What I'll probably put is decidedly unhistorical, because they just kind of they just describe it, and obviously it's unhistorical, but they just have to point that out. I feel like they don't have to point that out with a lot of other historical anime, historical fiction that has maybe a sci-fi twist or something. But like, there's a lot of anime like this. And Misha the Bear Cub, simple children's series made to cash in on Moscow Olympics mascot. Not quite as successful as Eagle Sam. I don't know, just the wording of that makes me feel like, I don't have a qualm or anything, but it like, do you really? Can we just say it was based on the Moscow Olympics mascot from 1980? Can we just say that, or just from 1977 or whatever? Like, why does it have to be slanted in this way of like, it's a simple children's series made to cash in? Like, cash in on what are they gonna buy? Merchandise? Was there merchandise of this character? Okay, I don't know. And I get it. Like some studios, like you gotta make money. They literally make anime to make money, right? Although, I wish that it was the opposite, where it's they make money to make more anime. Yeah. Anyway, this is supposed to be an odd choices, where they say that the absent plot is explained by the age-old get-out clause of it all being a dream. They're literally complaining about the Alice in Wonderland parody ending on "it was all a dream," when Alice in Wonderland has the exact same ending. Are you kidding me? Like, and it's like, that doesn't mean we don't like that either. But it's like, I don't know. You made it seem like it's exclusively this anime's problem. I don't know. Spoilers for Miracle Girls. Twins are revealed to be da 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 da. Okay, kind of describe the entire last episode, and then Mirror to Haley, for reading it and then this happens and then this happens, and you look at the runtime, it's 25 minutes. It's like, I think you probably just described the entire thing. Thanks. Some odd choices. Let me see where it stops. Mikan's Diary, I think. Yeah, they wrote this. Presumably, so like Mikan's Diary, I guess they go to the U.S. They have a lot of different episodes and stuff. It's very episodic. Presumably, a trip to the UK was ruled out because Mikan's 6-month quarantine diary wasn't catchy enough. I think this is an inside joke. I don't know if you guys know what this is referring to. I certainly don't. Couldn't tell ya. Whatever. Yeah, Mr. Ajiko. So they have this weird thing where where is it? Yeah. They just kind of, and I could actually I can show you on the actual thing. Ajiko. Yeah. Like many subsets of cooking, including spaghetti, sushi, steak, sardine, gratin. I don't know. I don't think gratin is a Japanese word. Ramen, omelets, hamburgers, okonomiyaki, bento boxes, curry, hot pot, and donburi. It was just kind of weird. Why are these italicized and not the other things? It's just strange to me. I don't know what they're trying to do there. Just an observation. Something stuck out to me. Mr. Happy. So they're describing this title, which is obviously kind of trashy and like dumb. But then in the middle of it, they just put, "How this is training for running a brothel, Lord knows." Like, yeah, they're not really like clearly this anime that they're describing is farcical and silly. I don't know why they're bringing, I don't know, just like side commentary about the plot, about your synopsis. Is that really necessary in this encyclopedia? Like, do you really, it's another example of them inserting themselves, right? And I don't know how much I agree with that. how much that really adds to the experience. I guess it makes it colorful and intriguing, but I don't know, it doesn't have the same utility, I think. It blunts the utility, and I'd say that because it just makes me feel like it's kind of your thing, and it's harder for me to trust you. It just has this weird thing to me where it's like you could be describing and skewing these in such a way that, like, you know, because you're putting yourself in. And I get that could be same said for like YouTube videos and stuff, and I certainly enjoy when people give their personal perspectives and stuff. But like, I kind of feel that's okay with videos when it's obviously just them. But I don't know. This is a published book. I don't know how it makes that different. But like, I don't know. I guess it's the function of an encyclopedia, right? Can you imagine if a database like Wikipedia? I know it's not a good trustworthy source. Whatever. Any other database, anything that's just kind of supposed to be sending you a vehicle of information, do you think any of them are going to have their opinion about it or like insert themselves, right? I just don't know if this is the right place for that. It doesn't seem like that, at least. But maybe it's the whole thing. This isn't really a database so much as it is entertainmento, and that's okay, but it says encyclopedia on it. You know, I don't know if people are necessarily going for that or looking for that. What entry are we on? I am on... I did 4 pages. I did 4 pages before we started, before I decided to hit live. Like, it was 5:30, and I was like, I'm going to go live at like 7, so let me read some stuff, and then we can jump right in kind of deal. I'm on the Mochi Mochi Tree, so I read that one. So I'm on Modern Dog Tales Bow Wow. But I'm just going over some of my findings from that off-screen reading. I'm good, Victor. Hope you're doing well too. I was pretty productive today, actually. I feel pretty good. I did some work for Discotheque this morning, and then I worked out, ate. I've had all my meals. I'm gonna have dinner after this stream, and I recorded and then edited and published Digest. It's not on Patreon yet. It just finished rendering, so I'm gonna do that after the stream. I'm sorry, not during. I should have, but whatever. It's up. It'll be up. So I'm doing bi-monthly. Every other, not every. I'm doing like every other week, like kind of halfway through the month, and it like, Yeah, bi-monthly, I think. Bi-monthly makes it sound like every other month. I think it means bi-weekly would mean twice a week. So bi-monthly would be twice a month. I think that's, yeah, bi-monthly. Okay. So that's the play, and I feel pretty good about it. A published book took money and paper to print. A YouTube video anybody can put out there. Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, for sure. There's a little more reputability when you went that far. Yeah. The other things that was kind of sticking out to me. Oh yeah, Miyoki-chan. I went over that too. The absent plots explained by the it's like what. Yeah, I'm now interested in Milk House Dreaming, which sounds like a hentai, and it doesn't look like it is, which is encouraging. They described it as a lot like Cypher, where it's supposed to just be kind of promotional material for the manga, and it's just like a music video. So I did look it up. This is a heck of a dramatic... Hold on. It's a little more artsy than Cypher. Hard, big words, but it's got more like manga panels and, it's got a lot of variety to it, to be honest with you. It's kind of cool. Yeah, looks awesome. So that got me interested just for learning about that from reading the encyclopedia. And Miracle of Love is another one. I forget what that one was. It's not showing up. Fuck. T. No, it's getting up here. Miracle. I'm really good at the alphabet, you guys. I don't know if you can tell. Miracle of Love. Oh yeah, it's I no Kiseki. Okay, that's different. Yes, this is it. Dr. Norman Monogatari. Oh! How do I do it every time? Every time! Lamau. What is this? What is this? I'll never find it. God damn it. And then Miyuki-chan in Wonderland, which is just Pervy Alice in Wonderland by Clamp. It's like, okay. Sounds vapid but fun. Yeah, a lot of people are like, yeah, it's not as fun as it sounds. I'm sure it's very vapid, but that's okay. Seems cute. A lot of people talking. Thank you. I gotta resist the urge of breathing the whole chat, but I will. Bi-weekly can mean twice a week. Okay, yeah. And every 2. Oh, okay. I feel super productive yesterday. Lots of evidence to challenge and debunk the rumor. Nice! I still find it weird to spoil so many anime when the books to introduce people. Yeah, spoiling it, right. Maybe it's the mentality of a less connected internet world. Ebert's reviews are similar. Yeah. Like they should read after watching. Mm-hmm. He also has a scene with pancakes like Cypher. Nice. I've seen Mookie House. Alright. Yeah, exactly. A fun diversion. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, fellas. And that's, I think, all the reading I did. So we're gonna do 5 freaking pages. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna have to make sure this is written here. What's the next one? Modern dog tales of Bow Wow. What am I doing with myself? That's okay. It's okay. I gotta have like, as much as I wanted the desk down to the better frame of my face, I feel like I'm hunching a lot because of how low the desk is. So I'm gonna hold on a sec. I just don't want to because it moves the cord and stuff. Yeah, you know, this is why. This is why. I can't. Let's see. Oh. Can I raise this up? Oh, I can only lower it. I am already at the highest setting, aren't I? Yeah. All right. No, I refuse. I will have bad back posture in exchange for good, better framing. I don't care. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, okay. Where I'll just have it holding up like this so I can sit straight. Because it's really important that I do that. There's so much fucking third edition, dude. It's so bad. That's interesting. So they changed modern dog tails bow wow to modern dog tails bow. Okay. Fair. Bow wow. Okay. Cool. Very typical slice of life. And then the movies version, they go to prehistoric times. That's fun. I'm not going to give him a dismissive calling it a standard list of food-related storylines. It's fine. That's okay. I get it. I can't decide where to put my F in because I'm so vain. I keep having to look at myself and I'm over there. And my read's over here. I don't know. Modern loves silliness. It's kind of a longer article. Okay. Okay. Wait, I almost forgot. Wait. Yes. Anywho. Oh, I didn't know that Anno produced Anime I Hour Modern Love's Silliness. They're 5-minute episodes. Wait. Oh, Orochiban Ibichu. What? I know about Ibichu. I didn't know it was part of a whole series. Huh? Nandato? I am such a weeb. God, it's insufferable. Ibichu. Yeah, I know about this one. But this is like a part of another series? Yeah, there is. Anime Hour. What? So it doesn't have an attachment to other things. At least on Mal. Not to say Mal's the be all end all. But the other ones they're referring to here is I know Wakakusayama. Ugh. Okay. Not happening. Okay. I hate this. Wakatsu? Okay, well, someone's looked this up. Perhaps me? What? That isn't it. No, that's not it. That's not it. One on Earth. Wait. Yeah. Yama. There we go. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. No attachment here. Only 12 episodes. What's annoying, though, is that, like, I don't know if the Anime Encyclopedia does this. Oh, what? That's weird. Okay, so, like, look at this. They did 12 episode, 22 minutes, but Ibichu is 24 episodes, and they're just including it or whatever. And then there's Little Moon Love, and the final story is Kome-chan ga Iku? Okay, kind of similar art style as well. Another 12 episodes. That's so weird. Hey Shapes, it's good to see you, Just a Fun. Ibichu aired with 2 other shows in the same time slot. You can see characters from the other shows in Ibichu ED, dangling from the car Mino. Recently got subbed. Ibichi and Yama are listed as directly related in AniDB. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. At least AniDB caught it. I did not know about this connection here. That's really interesting. Very cool. Good one, actually, because I learned something there. Let me actually read the article, though. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just describe each one. No other thing to it. Just checking on the first edition. Yeah, okay. Cool. All 3 shows are cute. Nice. I should probably watch all 3 together. Because I figure if I was going to watch Ibichu at some point, I would have just watched that and had no idea about the other 2. So that's good. Mojako is the next one. Yeah. There's a character in this called Wu-Tang. Literally like W-U-T-A-N-G. Wu-Tang. Great. Unremarkable children's anime. Let me just read the rest of it. Nothing much else. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna call it dismissive. Okay. Moldiver. Hey, that's positive. It did also sound like fun too. Superhero Moldiver rights wrongs and strikes poses all over the city, and pretty Mirai Ozora discovers that Moldiver is actually her brother. Hiroshi's suit allows the user to repel and defy all laws of physics, which makes flight, bulletproofing, and incredible strength easy. Mirai decides to be a superhero herself, and Hiroshi gets a shock and a half when he finds himself wearing his sister's revealing costume. Bright, colorful, and fun, Moldiver is packed with gentle jibes at the superhero phenomenon and very aware that the only crime in this kind of anime is taking oneself too seriously. Good. That's a very positive. That's really nice. That's good to see. Look, I don't need them to sell me on every anime. I really don't need them to sell me on any anime. But if they're going to, they might as well, and then just don't say anything if you're not going to say anything positive or constructive. You know? To me, at least. And, like, is that being skewed in its own direction? But, like, isn't that skewed in a positive, constructive direction that, like, emboldens people to check more anime out? You know? What do you guys think about that? If they did have opinions on it, and they just kind of had no negative or dismissive ones. I don't mind mixed ones, because it at least has shades of being positive. What would you guys think about it? Like, I get it being kind of like, for me, I'm making a lot of arguments about, like, either do this or not at all. Did I mention that, actually? There was an odd choice that I don't think I mentioned earlier. Or I wrote somewhere else, maybe. Right, yeah. I skipped this. Yeah, sorry. In Mirror of Haley, they have this part where they say, encounter the ethereal being of Rinne. And then they put in parentheses Japanese for transmigration. And I like that. That's good. But then why are you making such a big point about not using these otaku, like, Japanese words? Like hentai, otaku, yaoi, shonen, right? So, like, you're cool with providing definitions in some instances and to introducing the Japanese culture a little bit in this encyclopedia, but you're avoiding this other stuff to not colloquial, confuse. Like, I get maybe you need to, like, you don't want to explain it every time, maybe, but just have a glossary at the beginning. And they just didn't want to do that, I guess. Yeah, if they had to include opinions, I'd rather them be positive. Glad to hear they like Miracle Girls. I've seen the first few episodes. It's definitely a fairly ambitious show. Yeah, that's cool. I will say, like, every time they've been positive, it's been encouraging and make me want to check out the show, which I would hope is the goal. Because literally, like, I mean, sometimes a negative opinion does get me interested, but it's in spite of what they said about it, right? And, like, do you really want your writing to be effective in spite of it? Right? I certainly wouldn't want my videos to be effective in spite of something I said. You know? I don't know. Vague idea, but yeah. Yeah, that was a pot. I haven't finished Moldiver yet. With plotlines and characters from a kids' anime, but a tongue-in-cheek self-awareness aimed at a far older audience, it's also another excellent example of how good English language translation can be. The humor in Pioneer's dub crosses international borders with deceptive ease. Neophytes might be a little confused by Professor Amagi's attempt to raise the Yamato from the seabed in episode 4, but they should be told that this old battleship has many resonances for a slightly older anime audience. It's as famous in Japan as the Titanic in the English-speaking world. The Yamato, I mean, with extra baggage brought by its place in military history. For anime fans, of course, it's also the star of Star Blazers, and its appearance here is a tip of the hat from Pioneer's next generation to the classic creators who inspired them to pursue their careers in the first place. The initial letters of the episode titles spell the name of the series, right up to until the final episode, V. Dive. Yeah, Moldiv. which crams the rest of the title in one go. Verity. Yeah, verity. Possibly a sign of an early cancellation. Or a lot of OVAs are 6 episodes. I don't know that many that are 8. So, bright and colorful and fun. That's a nice review. I'm interested in checking out Moldiver now. I want to look at the visuals actually. A little more of an ecchi type of thing. No, it's just yeah, action, romance, sci-fi. Not surprising. Cool. Good to see. Let's see. Next one is Momoko. I like this track a lot from Pat Labor. We got a new entry actually. A Mole's Adventure from 1958. Mogura. Yeah, I don't think it's here. Yeah, it's sick. Kenji Kawai is very good. A lot of the negative fan opinions boil down to this is a hentai and it's not my fetish, so it's objectively bad. Yeah, it's close. Yeah, new entry, Mole's Adventure. Or I'm gonna put Mogura. I'm gonna put Mole's Adventure. Because the Japanese is literally Mogura no Adventure, and not like Mogura no Boken, which is like, all right. I've seen it, not much to talk about. Not all those old OVAs are hits. Sure, 100% agree with you. I get that. And it's like, I get that, and that's why it's good to still pick a, the what's the phrase? Something from the chaff. Discern for the good ones from the bad ones. Like, this is actually worth checking out, and this one not so much. But let people check those things out. Don't discourage it, right? Just single out, just guide people to the good ones. And let the other ones, let people explore, right? That would be my approach, at least. Obviously be like honest about your experiences. If people ask you how a certain OVA or a TV series was, if you're giving your opinion about one thing and then there's another one kind of related to that, that's my justification for why I did discourage people from checking out Doki Doki Densetsu, the 2000s Mahojin Guru Guru series. And it was because I was recommending 2017 and I wanted to also give props and credit to 1994 because I do like 1994's original version. And people will probably ask in that video, like, okay, which one should I watch? So I didn't want to just like ignore Doki Doki, so I wanted to be honest about my experience that I thought it was mediocre. That I just didn't I didn't take that much enjoyment away from it like I did the other two series. So in that case I understand and I get it, but like kind of unsolicited, if you're gonna make a video talking about this series and all you're gonna say is how much it sucks, it's very unhelpful, in my opinion. Speaking positively about the ones they like is plenty of guidance. Right. I agree. Anyway, Momoko, sorry.
I don't know what to call this one. I just realized I didn't loop it, so I'm gonna make sure I loop it. I don't know what to call it. So they say here, this is interesting. This is a short article from Momoko. The life of fashion model and masseuse Momoko is detailed in this saucy adaptation of Haru Hosokawa's manga in Comic Bee, told in a combination of animated images on live backgrounds. Animated images on live backgrounds. Pretty cool. With little else to recommend it, the marketing for this tape declared itself to be a CVP, a comic video picture. I don't know, a little dismissive to just say with little else to recommend it, because that's interesting. That on its own. But like, I get maybe that's the most interesting thing about it. Sure, I'm certainly interested just for that and don't care about what it's about. But that's a lot of anime. That's a lot of anime with me. I'm still trying to watch every OVA not tied to a big franchise and have about 300 left. Sheesh. That's cool, man. That's impressive. I've certainly wanted to do some kind of binge for it as well, but I'm also looking into looking at my I'm a little personally self-conscious. Self-conscious, I guess is the word for it, but like I'm trying to be wary of just watching a bunch of short stuff and inflating my numbers. Again, I get it. Mal number doesn't matter at all. I get it. To me, I want to have a well-rounded balance of shorter things and longer series. To get, I don't know. I just feel better that way. That's just my personal preference, I think. But I have about 200 left before 1,000, and I'm at 257 days. So I've wanted to have like roughly 1,000 completed with 365 days, like a full year. I've always felt that that's a very nice rounded number, personally. I feel like at this point I just kind of need to have nothing but 50 to 100 episode long shows to get to that point, precisely, but you know. But obviously, there's like a ton of like Mina no Uta shorts that are listed as individual entries as well, so that's tough. Okay. Momotaro Densetsu. They just put it as Momotaro, but I'm gonna put it like that. This is fun. If you know about One Piece, I'm sure people kind of have some idea about Japanese mythology, or the Japanese lore. The story of Momotaro Densetsu is the main character Momo and his like group of friends, Lord Brindledog, Lord Monkey, and Lord Pheasant. They set out to defeat all the ogres on the nearby island of Onigashima. So I like that the island is the same. And Momo and everything. That's fun. And he's peach colored. That's nice, Soda. That's really nice. I used to have a similar spreadsheet for non-franchise movies above certain Mal average. I think the average was 7. And here, there was only 200 of those. Sheesh. Yeah, you should probably put that to like 6 or above. Because you know how Mal lies. You know how Mal is like biased against those kinds of shorts. Like really obscure old OVAs. Very, very few of them are over a 7. I guess that makes them really good, but I feel like there's a lot that are under a 7 that are actually fantastic. But Mal be like Mal. fantastical sequel, they go into space at some point. I will definitely go below 7 once I run out of the ones about. Yeah. Like Bobby's Girl in 1919. Yeah. It's more like about seeing weird stuff like Joe versus Joe or One Pound Gospel. Yeah, no, for sure. I've seen One Pound Gospel, of course, but I haven't tried Joe v. Joe. I know Burning Red is another one. It's another Dazaki one, another Dazaki boxing thing that he did. It's like burning something, burning blood, maybe. I'm not sure. Momotaro's Divine Sea Warriors, 1945. This is an important one, so I'll read it. It's also one of their longer articles, so why not? Oh, almost didn't put this on. Okay. I'm just making sure that. Yeah, Momotaro is different. It's the same. No changes, I don't think. After completing their naval training, a bear cub, a monkey, a puppy, and a pheasant say goodbye to their families. The monkey's younger brother plays with his sailor's cap and falls into a river trying to retrieve it. He is rescued by the other animals in the nick of time before falling over a waterfall. The scene jumps to a South Pacific island where the rabbit sailors of the Imperial Navy are clearing the jungle to build an airfield. Watched in fascination by the native creatures who, rather strangely for the South Pacific, include kangaroos, elephants, tigers, leopards, and rhinos, they complete it just in time for the arrival of a fleet of transport planes, bringing the animals from the former sequence as well as a human boy, Commander Momotaro. While the military creatures get acclimated, the puppy teaches the local child animals a nursery rhyme about the rising sun. Training takes a more meaningful turn when recon planes bring pictures of the British base on the other side of the island. The monkey, bear, and puppy begin parachute training, while the pheasant becomes a pilot. Presenting a history lesson using silhouette animation, Momotaro explains that Europeans have stolen Asia from its rightful rulers, and that the time has come to fight back. The animals attack the British base in a jarringly violent change of tone from the previous sequences, and the cowardly British ogres each try to get the other to take the responsibility for signing the surrender. Back home in Japan, the animals rejoice at the defeat of the British, while children play at parachuting onto a map of the United States. It was while children play at parachuting ... onto a map of the United States. So they definitely are going to start describing it or go into explanation for it. But I'll probably say that they spoiled it, even though it's kind of obvious. Or maybe they don't. If they don't, let me know. But it seemed like they did. Just got here, you're thinking of Burning Blood. Yes, good to see you, Full Wind Man. Yes, I was. A sequel of sorts to the wartime anime Momotaro's Sea Eagles, Divine Sea Warriors was Japan's first full-length animated feature, released mere weeks before the end of the war. In a coincidental similarity to many later anime movies, it has a disjointed quality, seemingly resulting from the output of separate teams. One on the opening pastoral, one on the island sequences, and another on the Why We Fight exposition. That's interesting because it's probably very similar to the system they have today, right? Because they have unit directors for movies in particular, right? I could be mistaken about this, but I know at least also with TV anime, very often you have animation directors. If you have two of them, one handles the A part, one handles the B part. Sometimes that's the case, sometimes not. Plenty of times not, I'm sure. And but I can remember, like, unit directors, like, oh yeah, I was a unit director for this part of the movie, right? Like, if they're responsible for it. Animation directors as well, probably. Right? That sounds right. I could be mistaken about that, but that seems similar to the system they typically have now.
except obviously it's a lot less disjointed. But this is obviously their first movie, so I think that makes sense that that's what ended up happening. Inspired by Japanese screenings of Princess Iron Fan, a Chinese adaptation of Journey to the West, Seo keeps to a slow pacing. Seo is Mitsuyo Seo, the director. With time out for comparisons such as paratroopers to falling dandelions. With time out for comparisons such as paratroopers to falling dandelions. He also appears to have found native English speakers to play the British in the surrender scene, perhaps prisoners of war? In 1983, ironically a year dominated by the pacifist Barefoot Gen, the lost film was rediscovered in Shochiku's Ofuna Warehouse, and re-released in 1984. It eventually made it to video, bundled on the same tape as The Spider and the Tulip, an unrelated 16-minute short in which a black-faced spider, seemingly modeled on Al Jolson in The Jazz Singer, tries to tempt a ladybug into his web. The inclusion of Kichiro Kumaki's film seemed calculated, as in its original year of release, to distract audiences from wartime realities, albeit for different reasons. After the war, director Seo made the featurette The King's Tale from 1947 before retiring from anime and becoming a children's author and illustrator. Producer Tadahito Mochinaga emigrated to Manchuria shortly before the close of the war. After the Communist Revolution, he was instrumental in the foundation of the Shanghai Animation Studio, which would not only rejuvenate the Chinese animation industry, but would also subsequently work as a Japanese subcontractor on many later anime. Yeah! I love when these guys know their shit. Man, it's great. I feel like I almost need to make a video defending the island arc from Nadia the Secret of Blue Water. Let's go, dude. Hell yeah. Go for it. I was going to make a video on that as well, but like it ended up being one of those like summary videos, like just like going through the paces of every episode and just sort of like, because I had felt like nobody had really done that when they were talking about Nadia in the show. Like if they talk about they talk about the arc, right? But they never really go into why exactly. And I think it's since kind of done that. I forget who did it, but somebody did kind of bring up the particular episode. I think it was Steven actually. I think Steven did a good job covering that arc, to be honest with you. The thing is, even Ano hates that arc. Whatever. But like, well, there's two arcs, right? It's Island and Africa. But yeah, I remember like writing that script, and it wasn't gonna happen, because it really is just like describing the fucking plot, right? It's like, whatever, dude. At least for me. I like that article, by the way. I'm gonna give that a good one. A lot of good information in that one. Okay, we're on the next page. Monarch. Big Bear of Talak. From 1977. Oh, they actually have an added entry for Momotaro's Sea Eagles. Cool. Can't wait to read that. Mon chéri Coco. That is not the next article. There's Monarch. Okay, so Mon chéri Coco is probably a new entry, but let's see. No. Coco, my darling. It could be that. No. No, it's not in here. New entry alert again. Yeah. Mon Chéri Coco from 1972. There's a new entry. Okay, and now we're on Monarch. Yeah, that's the one that's lost media. That's right. OP and ED are all that's left. Wow. Ooh. I'm just checking my Twitter, sorry. Sorry, okay, I'm good. I have had my fix. Okay. Okay, nothing much to it. Just describing it, and Banner Tail comes out afterwards. Okay. Children's thing, made to cash in on this Mattel toy line thing. Moncoli Knights. I'd like to read this one out loud because I worked on this show. Mondo Oya is a hot-headed 12-year-old schoolboy who just loves playing with his Monster Collection collectible card game. One day, Mondo discovers that Rokumon, the world of the CCG, is actually a real place, where when he is co-opted to defend the planet from the predations of mad scientist Duke Collection, described a new type rather mysteriously as, quote, a straightforward homosexual. Huh? A pointless addition to the game cash-in phenomenon of Pokemon and Digimon. Oh my god. Ugh. They don't even talk. Hold on, let me read the whole thing. 1 second. Artlessly setting itself in the Rokumon world of Six Gates to imply a non-existent connection to its more successful predecessors and tellingly crediting Maze's Satoru Akahori as a, quote, story generalizer. A theatrical short would put Mondo against a fire dragon and a lava chimera in the magical world of Rokumon as if anyone cared. Jesus Christ! Come on! Look, I'm not a big fan of this show either, look, okay? But they don't even fucking bother to mention that his sister is with him every episode. It's not just one guy. It's the both of them. It's Moncoli Knights, plural. It's the two of them. And their dad, scientist, that also goes with them every episode. And it's not like Pokemon or Digimon. It's a lot like Digimon Adventure 2, I'll give them that. But I don't think they really are going to care about that nuance. Obviously, because as if anyone cared. What kind of attitude is that? Honestly, about anything you're talking about. This is why I'd rather them just don't have any fucking art, like, attitude or personal whatever in their fucking encyclopedia. I don't know why I'm getting mad over, like, Moncoli Knights. I get it. It's stupid. But, like, honestly, where is this coming from? Why is this warranted in the slightest? It's so dumb. Just don't even say it. Don't even say it. What is that adding? It's attitude. That's what it's adding. And attitude is so dumb. Like, you have an attitude. Like, I don't know why I have to, like, talk down to, like, these people who are way older than me. And were way older than me when making this book. Because Pokemon and Digimon definitely weren't inspired by Shin Megami Tensei. Oops! Moncoli Knights looks pretty expressive, cool. It's cute. It's a silly, it's a gag thing. And it's also very little like Pokemon. Because they're summoning these creatures that are very sentient. They have no attachment to... They have some attachment to certain of them. Like, they befriend... Obviously, they befriend some of them. But, like, these are like magic... It's more like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a lot more like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where, like, you know, he's summoning these creatures from literally a card game. It's literally they say it's a card game. And then they're just compared to fucking Pokemon. Which I get. Like, Pokemon is also a card game. But, like, if we're talking about conceptual, right? What's going on, Shades? Hello, Mr. Greg. Hey, Mr. Jax. Everyone I know is here. Yeah, I mean, we all watch you, Bob. I'm sorry I wasn't at yours live stream the other day. I was, what was I doing? I was doing something else, sorry. It was good to see you. I'm just raging over Moncoli Knights over here, because they say, a theatrical short would pit Mondo against a fire dragon and a lava chimera in the magical world of Rokomon, as if anyone cared. Where's this attitude? Why have this attitude, dude? It's so bad. Ugh. Okay. I'll obviously put it in dismissive. And also, like, again, a point... They also use the word pointless for Miyuki-chan in Wonderland. What is pointless about any of this? It's anime. They put a lot of resources and time clearly for a particular point, and there's no pointlessness about this, right? Like, what is the point of any anime, right? Like, you could literally call something anything pointless. What is the utility in doing that? Like, what on earth are you talking? Like, why? I would get maybe pointless sequel, pointless remake, pointless, I don't know, pointless movie adaptation, something. Just pointless in general? Really? Like, it's just rude. It's just really a bad attitude. Just the book saying any Mon series is a Pokemon ripoff. I mean, yeah. Because I get it, this very transparent wave of these similar types of shows. But that's obviously that's going to happen. That happened with Mazinger Z. And you really just get... And they do this! I think they do, like, kind of just, like, blasé, like, ignore all these other different shows until Gundam or whatever, right? And even they're cynical towards Gundam, too. It's ridiculous. Like, do I really want an encyclopedia from people like this? That's what I get. That's what I take from this. I had this exact same take a year ago. Like, towards the beginning of me reading this damn book. It's just proving it over and over and over. And that's why I like wanting to read all of it. I don't want to just like, I'm done. I've read enough now, right? And just like, I really want to give them the full time and energy and attention because they put a lot of work into this book. And it is something that I probably would have made if I was in their position back then. If I was in that time, had the opportunities and the talent and resources that they had, and there was no YouTube back then, right? I feel like if I was in their position, I would be just as crazy to do something like this. And so, for mad props, I give them all the credit in the world for this. But like, Jesus Christ, it's just a lesson, right? I feel like all of this are just an assortment of lessons of what I would not like to see in anime discourse, right? Reminds me of when people thought Saint Seiya was a Ronin Warriors ripoff. How ironic. Yeah, for sure. My boss messaged me. Sorry, what's up? Oh, good. Okay. I got some work out. I got some work going. Fuck yeah. Got something cooking. Got some work cooking. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, pointless addition to the game cash-in phenomenon of Pokemon and Digimon. Artlessly setting itself in the... Yeah, whatever. It's a whole... It's just like maze. It's bad. I don't know. As if anyone cared. So bad. Okay. Finally done with raging about that one. Don't even need to put it in odd choices, really. Also, they just get the whole fucking plot. They just don't even get it. I want real encyclopedias to give their opinions to, TBH. Can I get author's opinion on the 1928 World Series and the Vietnam War? Oh, how nice. This book is dated in so many ways. I get it. It's a relic. And I think that's what makes it really interesting, because it's such an early, like 2001. You know, not many writings are still, we can still read from back then, right? Verifiably. A lot of that discourse and text and stuff you could either find in Japanese magazines that have been scanned, and maybe America and stuff like that, but that kind of went through a certain process, right? And then you have all that online discourse and in-person discourse that is completely lost to time. You think of all those forums, and like, anyone gonna go through all those, right? Or even Twitter, like even just the sands of time, right? I think it's really cool to look through something like this. At least I enjoy it. It fills me with rage sometimes, but boy, it's good to rage. It's good to have some little... I like to think so. Alright. Money Wars. Ward was. Money was. All she needed was some... Every day... It's Gynax too. I didn't realize it was a financial thriller. Kind of cool. I don't know too many financial thrillers. I'm a fan. Cool. That might really enough to like put it down or anything. Monkey and the Crab. Moonkey and the Crab. 1988. Well, everything is special to someone, which is why I don't make videos about super robot shows from the 70s. I'll just be polite, rude, and tell you to watch The Iron Giant. Hey, you can't knock peak. If you're recommending Iron Giant, that's news. That's good news to me, man. Because I love that. I really love that movie. And I agree. I think it's something. It's like, what can you do for some of these, right? When it's not, when it's not that interesting or whatever, and it's like, yeah, okay, it is what it is. You should, if you haven't seen Iron Giant, like, please, absolutely check that one out. But like, when you go, don't watch this thing, watch Iron Giant instead. It's better, right? I'm not the biggest fan of that. But like, recommend Iron Giant all you want. Hell yeah, I love that movie. Talk about it, right? Really say, really elevate those that series and that stuff that you do want to see more of, right? Monkey and the Crab, 1988. Yeah, Saru Kani Kasen. Because you're right, I do remember you mentioning it. Wait a minute. Ah, yes, okay. The version listed here, screened as part of the Ponkichi Kids children's show, is one of the more recent appearances of the better known of the Japanese folktales. An early Saru Kani Kasen from 1917 was the second early anime ever to be made. The tale is often referenced in My Neighbor Totoro when Satsuki draws Mei as a crab because she is waiting so intently for her seeds to grow. Oh, that's a good that's a really cute reference. I had no idea about that. But I remember you talking about this in your early anime video. I just don't know why they listed it as its own entry, though. Because we said earlier with the Awa series, with the Ibichu and everything, that was 3 series, and they put that as one entry. But then, why do they have... Sorry, Monster... Oh, ooh. I'll have to look at that for a second. Monster Rant. Wait, what? Where am I at? Sorry. Yeah, there's Monkey and the Crab. Okay. Why is that listed? Well, obviously they linked to the original myth. But, like, why are they mentioning Ponkichi Kids? And I can't copy-paste any of this, which is really annoying. Search book? No. Oh, there's 2 results. Okay, Ponkichi Kids. Don't know if I'm gonna find that. It's okay. Whatever. I don't know. It's fine. What anime is a part of it? I'll put it in the text here. Pon. Yeah. It's a children's show. I don't know if it's anime necessarily. Monkey Punch's World, Alice. Okay. Monkey Punch thing, a kind of interesting premise, but not much to note. Yep, Monster Monbet. Pupilless eyes. Ugh. Okay. Okay, they actually added something here for this one. Monster Mon them added 2
pilots in 1986 for an abortive second season, released on video in 2001. In 2006, sequel resurrected as a projected 26-part series. Projected? How many episodes was it? I'm looking on Kitsu. Yeah, 2006. 26 episodes. Okay. That kind of looks cool. Huh. Huh. Kind of looks cool. Horror thing. Check this out. Come on. Come on. Dude. Ugh. Like, if I just put it in quotations or something. Ay vey. Doesn't work like Google, I guess. Sheesh. Humanoid monster Bem. A live action film? Asian Wiki? Asian Wiki? Oh, there's the A&N page for it. Oh, there's the Mal. That's the 60s. That's the 60s version. My back is so bad right now. I am hunched over because of this, the way I'm sitting with the fucking. Yeah, that looks neat. Not much other art for it. Cool. Not very well rated though. Mixed feelings. Shame. Old Bem is good, but I can't really recommend it unless you're super into that sort of thing. I say. Fair enough. And they have this really weird edition. They have like this odd quote here. What do you mean? Meaning, I'm debating covering it, but don't want to watch another raw anime right now. You hit your limit, Bob. I hear ya. It's like it's been like years since I've watched any anime with subtitles. No, it's not. You've seen Touched in 04 and other stuff, but I get it. You've had your fill. I understand. Just go back to it later or something. If you've had your fill, then you've had your fill. And no one can blame you for it. We all appreciate what you do, regardless. Guess what the next one is? Can anyone want to bet what they're gonna say about it? Does anyone want to take a fucking guess? Anyone want to take a little betting, a little bet, a little wager, a little gambling? Anyone, a little gambling man? Wonder what they're gonna say about Monster Rancher? I'm not a betting man, but if I were,
Oh man, please. I already saw him. I literally looked down and I already saw the names. Okay. I'll read it out loud. My final 60s overview is going to include every anime I didn't review individually, so I'll get to it then. They say there's no point? Not quite. Not quite. A little more on the nose. Although that would be insane too, actually, if they did it twice in a fucking row. Okay. 11-year-old Genki is an expert at the video game Monster Battle. When he wins a video game tournament, he's rewarded with a 200x CD-ROM. But the game transports him from the real world to Monster Rancher Land. There he meets Holly and her personal monster, Suezo, and together they team up to fight Moo, accompanied by monsters Mochi, a large live personification of the Japanese dessert of the same name, Golem, a giant golem, Tiger of the Wind, a talking horned wolf, and Ham, called Hare in the American dub, presumably because he is one. The personification of evil, Moo is misbehaving by corrupting all the otherwise good monsters, so Genki and his new friends set off on a quest to find the Phoenix, a mysterious creature with the power to change bad monsters into good ones. A hackneyed ripoff of Pokemon and its ilk, but swiftly snapped up for US broadcast as a partner to Digimon on Fox Kids, in spite of poor ratings in Japan. Yeah, and then a dismissive review of a video game adaptation. Do any of the yokai ningen anime even have subs? Maybe, I don't know. I've seen Monster Rancher and I didn't really have a strong opinion on it either way. Yeah. Without fail. Without and I can't wait to actually get to Pokemon and then it was just like, it sucks. When they're like calling all these other things ripoffs and like derogatory, hackneyed, pointless, and then they get to point one and be like, this show sucks. Or don't have any opinion on it at all, actually. I can't wait. I've only played the arcade game. That being said, I've seen Vine Sauce Joel play Monster Rancher 2 on Switch. Need a ripoff of Pokemon. Cool. Ah, well. Predictable. Montana Jones. Let me just double check about the new entry, the updated version. They do add something. A special episode. Boomers hated Pokemon. They all thought it was a brain-dead kiddie show. Just watching the third movie should show that there was a lot more depth, at least when Shudo wrote it. Oh yeah, there's no sub for the 2006 either, so I don't know how they talked about it here. Or maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, couldn't tell you. Yeah, and look, I'm looking forward to actually watching Pokemon. It's funny, I've grown up on it, but I was late. I started with Coliseum and played my first main series game was Gen 4. So I was obviously aware of Pokemon and Ash and enjoyed it, but I was never I never had the right channels to watch it, so I didn't grow up with it. I was certainly of age to have blue and red, but my mom and my dad, yeah, they didn't give it to me. But I've since seen like other, you know, I've played a lot of the games, and then I ended up watching Pokemon X and Y as it came out, and I was like aware, like I was following the anime pretty indirectly because I was invested. I liked Ash, and I liked the story, and I liked the world and everything. So I've been familiar with the Pokemon anime, but I've never physically like sat down and watched the whole thing. But I'm really looking forward to, I think, just from what I've seen of it, and you know, my experience with other things, and knowing what the current seasons were missing that the older original season does have, is going to be exciting, I think. It's also very simple at that time because it's only 151 Pokemon, right? Ah, the simpler days, simpler times. It'll be fun. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the boomers hated it, though. No! Anime's supposed to be serious! Anime's a serious medium, guys. Monster Tamagon. Am I weird for quoting my own videos? Let me know in the comments down below. Oh, jeez. Monster. Oh, I should look up Kaiketsu. Oh, okay. Kaiketsu. There's a couple Kaiketsus. Which one is it? Kaiketsu Tamagon or Eggzilla. Kaiketsu Tamagon. Nope. New entry. To my knowledge. Monster Tamagon 1972. Okay. Okay. Guess they like to watch things raw too. I don't know about that. I'm not sure. I am unaware. I am unsure. That would be cool. I'd mad respect, mad props, but I don't know about that, Chief. Even if they did watch it raw, it doesn't explain why they have this quote here about like, whenever he said, "I just can't wait to be human," is chuckles from audience members of a certain age at Simba's "I just can't wait to be king." Like, in Japan? From you? From who? What? I don't get it. I don't get it. I just remember liking how Pokemon had more depth than a lot of other cartoons when I was young. It eventually led me to getting into DBZ and Inuyasha when I was a bit older. Yeah, interesting, huh? Though they, you know, our cartoons in the United States weren't completely a slouch. I shouldn't say a slouch, but you know, some of them are really good. Okay, Montana Jones. Here we go. In the 1930s. Hey, that's positive. Nice. This also seems like a lot of fun, too. Montana Jones. Fast, furious, and funny Italian anthropomorphic co-production. Yeah. That sounds like fun. Let's see. See if we can find it. All right. Yeah. Okay. Wow. I don't know if it is on ANN. It is on Mal. Okay. Look at that. That does look like Sherlock Hound. They said it's in the same vein as Sherlock Hound, but it's Indiana Jones. It's like, okay, yeah. 52 episodes. Akio Otsuka is the main character. Ryusei Nako as Alfred Jones. No. Like the main two? The primary two, like his assistant, I think. Alfred Jones is his cousin Alfred Jones. Yeah, it's the two of them. They're buddies. Dude? No. So this guy plays Frieza and Carlos in Joe. Akio Otsuka, you should probably know who Akio Otsuka is, but like if you don't, let's do for favorites. He's Ryder. He's Kyoryaku. He's Thorkel. He's Bato. Skull Knight. Ekubo. Jigen. He's the new Jigen. Blackjack. Blackbeard. Wamu. Uvogin. All for One. He's the dude, man. He's the man, dude. Sauza. Moomin Papa's really funny for me. That'd be fun. Like, dude, fuck yeah. Dude's the man. Man's the dude. Anyway. Holy shit, though. And then the bad guy's played by this guy. I'm not familiar with him, though. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sick, bro. Fun. I know his voice. Dude, that's cool. Fuck yeah. And then this is the girl that travels with them. No. Let's go. Holy crap. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think I know this voice actress. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Man, this is so fun. I love Seiyu. I love looking through Seiyu stuff. It's just the best. Alright. That's fun. That looks like a good time. I'm gonna put that on my list. Montana Jones. Cool. Yeah, they compare it to Tailspin as well. I only saw the type of maturity in superhero cartoons. Seeing a non-superhero cartoon like that hooked me as a kid. So far, the farm arc has been a great non-fans. Has been great. Non-fans don't understand how I'm having such a good time, but like character development and stuff. I've been liking Vinland Saga 2 more than season 1. Is this a co-production? It is a co-production. Italy and Japan. Yeah, I mean, I follow Criticold, and he's been saying how they've been very subtly changing one of the characters' personality and characterization in a negative fashion. That even the author has made comments about it. He's just like, huh, that's different type of deal. So that's interesting. But I think it's sort of like you kind of have to wait for the full arc. Because obviously you still kind of have to see the whole thing. How is that going to affect? What else do they change, right? So I feel like the jury would still be out on that. But like, I haven't heard that many other complaints besides that. So I mean, I'd still probably watch it. knowing that and like being aware of it, but I'd probably still watch. Right, okay. Let's see. Moomins! Hey! I didn't even realize. Hell yeah! Let's go. Let me read it. See what we got. Not too long of an article, but we got something. I'm sure. The adventures of a cute little hippo-like troll and his friends, based on a series of children's books written between 1945 and 1971 by the Finnish author Tove Jansson. The relationship of the anime series to Jansson's original, however, was never more than tenuous. The author, angry at anachronisms such as automobiles and moments of minor violence, protested the style of the original TMS series, and production was moved to the Mushi studio for the second Moomin season, New Moomin. While the author was more satisfied with the designs and stories of the new series, it is the TMS version that was the most popular with the Japanese audience. They put Japanese in italics for some reason. That's also really interesting. I had no idea that 69 was more popular than 72. Are they going by TV ratings or something? Maybe. But I mean, I don't know what Toadette would think about it, but like seeing Toadette's work on New Moomin and getting half of it subtitled, and they're still working on their article for it. I'm really looking forward to that. I would be interested in what they think about Old Moomin and what's supposed to be the relationship and everything. So it's a shame too, though, that they didn't mention Otsuka working on it or Rintaro directing the second season. Kind of a big deal. Kind of like something you'd mention, right? At least in my opinion. The franchise returned as Happy Moomin Family Tanoshi Moominika in a remake by Hiroshi Saito, screened on TV Tokyo. So the directors changed to Takayuki Kanda and Tsuneo Tominaga, and the series was renamed Adventure Diary. Yeah, it's a separate season for 79 through 104. And Johnson's Comet in Moominland was brought to the silver screen as Hiroshi Saito and Masayuki Kojima's Moomin Tani Suisei, a movie edition that was released on video with 10 minutes of extra footage. 28 episodes of the most recent series were dubbed for the UK market by the BBC and broadcast on Hawaii's K5 channel as Tales of Moomin Valley, though at the time of writing it has yet to reach the US mainland. They definitely have to have said something, because it's more than 28 episodes that they dubbed. They dubbed the original series. They never got to Nikki, because Nikki's anime original. Nikki is like random shit. Let me see. Tove Jansson. I think they added her date of birth and date of death in the new one. Yep. And Jansson's comic versions of the same characters written for the London Evening News. Yeah, I agree that you have to include the comic as well, because there's some characters exclusive to the... Not really. I don't know if Stinky is exclusive to the comics. I could have sworn I remember that Stinky is originated in the comics, but he might have appeared in Tales of Moomin Valley. I don't remember. Where was I? Right. Oh, whatever. Then the subject of some controversy. They actually changed the wording of that. That's interesting. Oh, wow, they added some more stuff here. Wow. Much to the author's annoyance. Included anachronisms such as motor cars, much to the author's annoyance, and leading to her stern directive: no money, no cars, no fights. Consequently, yeah. Production moved to Zuyo, later known as Nippon Animation. Wait, what? No, I thought it was Tamushi. Wait, what? Huh? Was Move to the Mushi studio was moved to Zuyo, later known as Nippon Animation. Which is it? Which is it? Interesting. That remains... Is that different wording as well? That was the... So the first edition, they say it's the TMS version that was the most popular with the Japanese audience. And here they say is the TMS version that remains preferred by most of the Japanese audience. Jansen famously complained about the sight of a military vehicle in one episode, which turned out to have been designed by a lowly animator called Hayao Miyazaki. I thought that was in the original series and not in New Movement, but I could be wrong. But of course they're going to mention Hayao Miyazaki and not Yasuo Otsuka. Okay. The authors believe, although they cannot prove it, that Johnson's experience with the Japanese somehow made it back to Astrid Lindgren. Yeah, I believe that. No, I think that's a good call, honestly. Astrid Lindgren is the creator of Pippi Longstocking. They say that. Is the creator of Pippi Longstocking, leading in turn to Lindgren's refusal to sell the rights of that series to Miyazaki. And that's why we didn't get Kiki. And that's why we didn't get for some reason they put in parentheses Kiki's Delivery Service. Clearly Panda Co Panda is the title they should be putting there. That's the bones of that project. Am I wrong about that? I thought Panda Co Panda was from the bones of Pippi and not from Kiki. Like, sure, Kiki has obviously, like, you know, later on was, you know, probably Kiki had something to do with Pippi. But, like, huh? That's weird. There's still a lot more information here, and I really like it. Episode 7 of the first Moomin series and Episode 2 of the second were also screened in cinemas as part of the Toei anthology events. Hence, they also show up as a 25-minute movies in some sources. Tovey Johnson's brother Lars, who was responsible for drawing and writing much of the Moomin's comic strip, became one of the producers of a third anime version. And that's where yeah, okay. Wow, they actually have a whole thing about the Moomin boom too. This is a really good article. It is this version, made during the heyday of the video era and with far closer ties to merchandising, that established the quote Moomin boom in Japan, an obsession with plush hippo troll toys that endures to this day and ensures surprising numbers of Japanese tourists in Finland. The directors changed... Yeah, okay, they have that part in the original as well. There's a lot of good stuff that they added here. That's also in the original, yep. They still have the 28 episodes of the most recent series was dubbed and subsequently broadcast. That's interesting, because they definitely have dubbed more than that. Wait, did they? Wait a minute. No, they didn't. No, wait, they did. They absolutely did. Wait a minute, no. I'm pretty sure they did. Wait a minute. Whatever. Although Janssen has Finnish nationality, she was one of a large ethnic minority of Swedish-speaking Finns, and wrote all her books in a dialect still sometimes called Moomin Swedish, as it invariably reminds native Swedish listeners of Janssen's characters. The Moomins is often erroneously listed as one of the World Masterpiece Theater anime. Really? Since it's based on a foreign work, and made by the studio that would become known as Nippon Animation. Oh, the original Moomins, you mean? 69 and 72 are mistaken for World Masterpiece. That's fair. It's wrong, but it's fair. But yeah, I can see where people could get that impression, but it's, yeah. Hey ho, everyone. Good to see you, RC Filmworks. I think I need to rewatch. I need to watch Moomin. Yeah. Again, I know you're sick of of raw stuff. I'm pretty sure 69 is all raw. I don't know how much you'll be into it, especially with like episodic and kind of kid friendly and stuff like that. 72 is halfway subbed. It was subbed literally this past year. And some of those episodes are very good. I would say at least check out that half of subbed episodes. Maybe test a little of 69. And then all of Tanashi Mumanika from 1990 is dubbed. In terms of subbed, it's 25? There's like 25, 26 episodes subbed. That's it, as far as I know. Out of the 79, and then there's that sequel season, Boken Nikki, that has never been subbed or even brought into English at all. Also, Suisei Comet Moon Valley is fantastic too. I would recommend that. That's a movie, original animation. That's a good one. Anyway, that was a great article. I have a lot to write about that one. Good one. Moomins. Nothing weird about it. They didn't give any opinion about it either. They just gave a lot of information about the author's rejection of stuff, you know? Maybe I'll watch them all. Yeah. I mean, if you're into it, right? I will say that, like, the books are my favorite. The books are my favorite, like, iteration of anything Moomin related. The 90s series is definitely the most faithful. Definitely the most, like, brass tacks, this is from the book. Stories from the books and everything. But I think 72 is worth checking out because it's all anime original stuff. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they make any direct adaptations of anything. And then 69 is the same way, but apparently even more so off the rails, very different. So I would probably, if you were to do that, Bob, I'd probably recommend watching 90s first. I don't know about all of it, as much as you want, right? I get it's a lot of episodes, really. But I guess it hasn't stopped it before. But I would definitely recommend the 90s version first, just to give you an idea of what it's supposed to be. And then that would, because I don't know how it would be if you go to 60s and 70s, being like, oh, okay, it's like this. And then 90s is very like, oh, you know, I don't know. Or maybe, I feel like maybe you would get a better perspective if you saw that one first, and then you see 69, 72, and be like, oh, they're designed very differently, and have these, and like they said, anachronisms of like motor cars and fighting and some stuff. Still worth checking out. Still interesting. But I don't know, give you that perspective, I think. And then you would probably be like the first person ever to watch Boken Nikki, the sequel, like after the 90s version, because like I don't know anyone that's seen that. Apparently, it has like that's the more wacky one. That kind of goes to they do some weird shit. Apparently, next season looks like it's shaping up to be another sequel season. So far, there's 4, and there's more to be announced. Yeah, and then there might be delays. You never know. You never know with these things. You know, yeah, you gotta see until they're out. You gotta see until they're out. At least for me, at least, I'd say that. I was planning on going backwards to the 60s one whenever I get to the 70s, but I didn't know it was that well renowned. Oh yeah, so like, it's literally a worldwide phenomenon, except the United States. And the United States doesn't have pretty much anything because obviously they have books. I got the books, I was able to buy them and everything, and find them in the libraries and stuff, but they're rare, right? You wouldn't have heard about it. I completely understand. It was because my uncle was Swedish and grew up with the books, because he got the books from his grandparents and stuff. So I got it from him. So I get it. But it was because Walt Disney tried to buy the rights. They tried to have it be one of their IPs that they bring over, and they said no. No. So it's like on airplanes and it's very worldwide, very, very internationally known, but not here. That's the only place. Very interesting. But yeah. So I got, how many pages with that? I like that. I like ending on that one, to be honest with you guys. So I did that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm into the 5th page. If I just do Moonlight Mask, Moonlight Pierce, Mosaika, and Mos Peta, if I end up Mos Peta, that's where I want to go. It's so close to being 2 hours,
So I don't think I'll be going a little over 2 hours, but I've gone over 2 hours every time. I'm just not gonna make it 2.5 hours. We'll see. But we're gonna crunch this one. All right, we're gunning. We're gunning, boys and girls and non-binary pals. I never know with you guys, with you fellas. Okay, Moonlight Mask. What do we got? Oh, I haven't added anything on the effing. Oh God, added a ton. This music really helping me here. I'm gonna blast it. I was able to finish that in time with the music. Hell yeah. What do I put? I want to change the music a little bit. Surprise. I don't know. Maybe this thing? Ads. Engages cinematic montage. Right? The only thing I want at the moment is a remake of Claymore. I know a lot of people don't like the final act, but still. Yeah? I've heard decent things about the anime, at least. At least it seems to end on an okay part. But that's fair. Okay. I'm on a new track here. This is Interstellar Bobo. He does these really cool uploads where it's an album, but like the visuals are kind of cool. Like there's like two different little gifs going on, like some little something. All right, let's see. Yeah. All right, I'm reading Moonlight Mask. Moonlight Lady is a 2001 thing, so that's probably a new entry. Moonlight Mask from 1972.
little legacy superhero type of thing. Not much of interest, really. Yep. Apparently there was a plot for the fourth live-action movie that was similar to Patlabor 2, in which an abandoned soldier decides to avenge himself on the country that betrayed him. That's cool. Yeah. All right. Moonlight Pierce. The long title. Fun. That's kind of funny. Okay. Kind of funny there. I'll actually put it in a good one here. They do another like commentary on the plot, but it's a joke and it actually works okay in text. I'll give it a good one here. Moonlight Pierce Yumemi. They say 17-year-old Yumemi Sato is dragged into an interdimensional conspiracy when her handsome upperclassman reveals that he is a German were-creature who can use magical powers to change shape at will. Hate it when that happens. That's funny. A pretty boy anime based on the best-selling novel of the same name. Okay, that's fair. That's fine. I haven't actually seen the Claymore manga, but I do love the anime. Kobayashi knows how to write strong anime-only material. Yeah. Isn't his superpower a gun? Which? Moonlight Knight, you mean? I don't know. Oh, not sure what you mean. What do you mean? I'm not sure. Sorry. Mosaika. Also, is there anything different? No. Moonlight Sonata. That's from 2001. New entry. Moral Hazard from 2001. Mosaika. SF fantasy deliberately designed to evoke memories of the crew's earlier Votoms and Ronin warriors. Okay, yeah, it's Ryosuke Takahashi. Could have just said that. This is the crew. No, whatever. Not a big deal. Oh, my Moonlight. Okay, cool. Let me see what they say about if there's any contradictory thing. Shavan, the good king of Paradise, is murdered by the man-monster Great Claw of Satan, an evil figure intent on stealing the fabled hidden treasure somewhere in the small country. He only has one of 3 golden keys required to reach the treasure, so he hunts down Shavan's daughter, believing her to have another. However, Fujiko is protected, the girl, by a group of noble detectives and by the, quote, warrior of love and justice, by the mysterious motorcycle-riding superhero Moonlight Mask. Originating as a 1957 live-action TV series. Fiercely lampooned in Donagai's saucy pastiche Kekko Kamen. I don't think it necessarily contradicts that he uses a gun. I guess so, yeah. The music is louder than your voice. It was a new mix, so that's why I'm apologizing. Also, I was not really talking that much in the microphone, so apologies. There's not much to say, though. Mosaika, they're just saying it's an SF fantasy deliberately designed to evoke memories of the crew members Votoms and Ronin warriors. And it's like, yeah, you mean director Ryosuke Takahashi. Okay. Which is like right there. It's like, I don't know. He could have used his name. Whatever, it's fine.
Not gonna really mention it though. It's fine. There's not much to. I haven't been saying too much of whatever. Also with Moonlight Mask, I was just trying to read it to see if there's anything weird about, if it's contradicting about the him using a gun, which not really. It's fine. Okay, Mos Pinata. Okay. So it should be the last one, all right? And it'll be like 2 hour, 10 minutes or something. Mospeada. I'll read this one because people probably know about it. In the year 2083, the last remnants of the human race on Mars send a military mission to recapture Earth from the Invid, who overran it a generation before. However, all but young fighter pilot Stick Bernard are wiped out. Crash landing in the Amazon jungle, he resolves to head north and attack the Invid base single-handed, even though this is sure to be a suicide mission. En route, he meets Ray, an inexperienced kid with a natural talent for piloting robots, and the pair hone their skills with the Legios and Mos Peada ride armor, transforming motorcycles. Slowly, the duo gather other revolutionaries around them in order to fight a guerrilla war against the Invid, though their struggle was curtailed by poor ratings in Japan. A famous SF anime featuring several famous designers, whose plot was supposedly based on writer Tomita's interpretation of the medieval standoff between Christianity and Islam! Exclamation point! However, it also bears an uncanny resemblance to his unproduced story outline for Terrahawks. See Thunderbirds 2086. The series was cut together with Macross and Southern Cross to form the basis of the English language Robotech, long before it was released subtitled in its unadulterated form as part of the Robotech Perfect collection. Yellow Dancer, Yellow Belmont, a cross-dressing singer from the series, lived on after its cancellation to record an album, Live from the Pit Inn, and the Love Live Alive music video, chiefly comprising recycled footage, as with Macross Flashback. Okay, fair. Good. Alright. Well, that is over 5 pages. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I have 19 individual entries left. Yeah, I'm gonna get those done. Maybe even a lot of them off screen, and we really start to plow through M 3rd edition. I don't know how many entries there are. It's probably a lot. Again, I really want to. I want to stream. I do want to stream again this week, and then next week I maybe stream another 2 times if whatever is necessary. The goal at this point is to finish M by the end of February, so that in March, maybe through a combination of multiple streams, a big 24-hour stream, long stream or something, maybe 12-hour stream first, not 24, but work myself up, work my way up. Just go hard on next month, March, for NMNOPQR. 7 letters. And then S will be a ton of other. And this is now combining 1st and 3rd edition. So I'll be reading 3rd edition as the entries come up, and not just like all of 1st and then all of 3rd. Is my plan, is the idea. So yeah, I'll be doing NOPQR. Yeah, I don't know what NOPQR. Yeah, I don't know what happened with 7. I can't count. I'm so bad with this shit, dude. 5 letters. NOPQR. And then S is all April. Is all April. Actually, wait. I had that wrong. Wait a minute. My timeline was weird. I could have sworn. I have it written. NOPQR. Oh, March, April will be NOPQR. Throughout, okay.
Not 1 month. Jesus Christ. All of March and April, March through April, and maybe I'll try to break this out in such a way. It's weird though because N is 2 streams, O is 2 streams, P is 4 streams, Q is 1 stream, and R is 3 streams. It's 11 streams. This doesn't really split evenly. I don't know. It doesn't really split evenly, so fuck it. 2 months, 11 streams, roughly, with obviously a lot of more reading offline as well. Just get ahead of it, really. And then May is S, and if we try to do S, we do all of S, and then I won't be streaming from June to August for the summer. September to October. For another 2 months, it's another 11 streams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's another 11 streams, so that'll be another 2-month period, the same fashion. And during the summer, hopefully, is when I'm writing the script, hopefully. I don't know. Yeah. And we're developing it. And hopefully get the video out for my birthday, November 4th. That's the idea. I can't do early morning streams. I'm too busy. Still, these streams are good for unwinding. Cool. That's good to know. How late am I? Towards the end. I just about wrapped up. But this VODs will be available. How you been? Getting only mildly confused and angry. Learning basic German and French philosophy through lay videos. Lay videos? I'm not familiar. Pluto hype. Pluto anime. It is confirmed. It is footage. It is real. It is out. It's not out, but it's real. The One Piece is real. It's not a joke. Oh my god. I can't believe it. He is Tuxedo Mask. I can't believe it. Nimona? Oh, looks cute. I don't know what it's from though. Oh my god. Oh my god. Gray hair. Let's go. Taking class on a subject I have no interest in. Maybe Astro Boy will finally get some respect. Yeah. Maybe a little. Maybe a smidge. A morsel. This looks like it's better than the manga. Says it's better. Looks better than the manga. Wow. That's hard, but I do really. I just love Urasawa anime. I don't know why I haven't seen Yawara yet. I don't know why I haven't seen Yawara yet or Master Keaton yet, but like, his shit's so good. His shit is so good. And I like reading his manga, don't get me wrong. I enjoy 20th Century Boys, which I read. And I wanted to read Pluto, but then hearing that it was probably getting an anime, I waited. I still haven't read it. I fucking waited, dude. I did it. It's fucking real. I can't believe it, man. That's insane. I'm so happy. It looks a lot more colorful than I was expecting. I told that to Critical. I'm really shocked at how saturated and vibrant it looks compared to like its existence in color normally is and also even like Monster, right? A lot of his work just feels very neutral, very like normal. But it's so rich. This anime looks incredible. I need to finish Monster. I only saw the first 10 episodes of on Sci-Fi back in the day. Really? Yeah, it's on Netflix now. All of it's on Netflix. Hell yeah. Remind me of the full list after Monster. After Monster on Urasawa. Monster I'm pretty sure is the last thing he did that he allowed. His estate. I don't think his estate likes anime. I don't think his estate really is super comfortable with it being animated. I don't know what it would be, but like, you know, some people can have that. Like, plenty of people, like, you know, have probably been offered, like Asano has probably been offered for Yasumi Poon to become an anime, and he probably said no. But then he has Dead to Dead No Destruction, and he's involved with the process, right? He's like, okay, if you're going to do an anime, I'm going to be involved. I'm going to make sure you're doing it right. Right? Some manga authors really care about that sort of thing, and others, they're just happy for it to get an anime, you know? Looks a little bright. I was expecting something a little darker. I was expecting just something like less shiny. I think bright is probably the word for it for sure, but just like a lot of it, just there's a lot of like reflections and light sources and stuff. Which is cool, don't get me wrong. I'm down for it. I'm just mainly here for the Urasawa storytelling and his designs. That's my food, you know? That's my dinner. Like this shit right here, fucking hold on. Let me hold on, sorry. Yeah. This shot right here. Look at that. It's like Ghibli, dude. Like, wait, look at her hair. Look at the way her hair kind of like is expressive with her face. That's so Ghibli, dude. And it just has such great. It just moves perfect, dude. And like, it's just fitting so well in digital animation right here, man. Oh, man. This is good, too. Like, the kind of the jumpiness of this a little bit. It's a little limited, but I like that. Like, this right here. Like, the way it's kind of, like... It's expressive, but, like, limited in the right ways. I feel like I would want to... I'd want to talk about it, maybe with looking closely at Monster too. I don't know, just the way it's moving. Plus, it's just surprisingly cinematic and like kind of video gamey. You know, look at like, I don't know how much of this is really panel for panel, which fucking excites the shit out of me, man. You know, I don't knock Urasawa's. I'm not knocking Urasawa's paneling at all, but like. You don't need to do a panel for panel of that series. I haven't even read Pluto, but like knowing what I know of his stuff, it's cinematic, and I feel like it works looking that way. Please read the manga first. No, Bob. I've been waiting years. I bought the manga for my anime club, and with like voluntarily as a fan of 20th Century Boys. Loving reading that and was like Pluto's next, and then I heard anime. I'm like, nah, wait. And I've been waiting. I am not about to wait. I'm not about to break that open right now because that every single time I've read the manga before I'm watching the anime, it distracts me. I get pulled out of it. I don't get to enjoy it for what it is. I am always comparing. That is something I know I have a tick for, and I don't want that happening. I'll read it afterwards, especially if it ends up being whatever, and like I hear, because plenty of people have read it. I'm going to hear about the changes regardless. I'll hear from other people of like, here's how it is in the manga and stuff, but like, and it'll still be there. I don't think the anime is going to ruin it. It either enhances it and it's better, or it just gets me to read it faster. That's fine. But I have waited this long. I will wait a little longer. I don't think it's a state hates anime. I think they're afraid of bad production like Going to Guy and Violence Jack. Yeah, but that didn't happen. They're like, has that happened? It had to have been something about Monster in particular. Because obviously, like, Yawara, fine. Keaton, fine. Monster, I thought was good. And then I think a lot of people consider it to be good. But why is that the last one we've gotten? There has to be something about it, I think. Yeah, the reflections are a little too digital, but I think the lighting itself on the characters is amazing. Wow, I just saw the craps. It looks even better in motion. It's crazy. This has to be an O and A. Oh, it absolutely is. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive. And this is probably what M2's been working on since Oni. It's not Onimai. It's the last thing that they made. So Murayama's M2 studio. I remember watching their debut work and thought it was okay. I really wasn't engaged with the story, but it's very similar here actually. What the fuck was it? M2 is the studio. Yeah, Studio M2. They literally have only gotten Onihei. I watched Onihei way back in the day. They also did this thing, Garo thing, but I didn't watch that one. But this is like all they've been working on, it seems. It seems that way. And you know, Onihei, I wasn't really engaged with the story and characters and stuff, but you can tell there's a lot more ambition going into it, trying to make it more like lifelike and more cinematic, and like all the digital compositing, that was all in Onihei. Sometimes to its detriment. I think sometimes they really miss the mark with some things. You can probably look at stuff on Sakugabora too. But like you see, like they have a very similar, like really going hard on the digital compositing. I'm trying to get this, whatever, man. And like sometimes it didn't work out. I remember there was some shots where they literally were like digitally compositing skin. Like it looked like human pores on this character's skin. And I was like, yo, what? And I get props, you know, like balls, you know, that's cool. Maybe it's not the most well executed, but like mad respect, TBH. So honestly, Pluto reminded me a lot of that. The what we saw of Pluto honestly kind of reminds me of a similar thing. Yeah, it's an O&A. I'm really glad O&As are the new OVAs. Yeah, for sure. My brother was telling me something about the founder of the studio that's animating this. Yeah, Masao Murayama. He's one of the founders of Studio Madhouse, and then later Studio Mappa, because Madhouse became too corporate. And then very, very, very quickly, Mappa became too corporate as well, as you know now, as you probably know by now. And so M2 was his third studio, doing the same thing where he's like, I'm gonna make what I want to see made. And he's always wanted Pluto to get an anime. He's the guy he's the producer who's responsible for so many of Madhouse's anime. He's the reason we have a Kaiji anime. He's the reason we have a Nana anime. There's so many anime he's responsible for willing into existence, really. I'm pretty sure Monster is probably one of them too. Eternally grateful for that man. But he did it, man. He's been working on this for years. It finally happened. Who's the director? We don't know. I don't think we have any staff besides the studio. Guess that's how it be for adaptation's choice for consumption. Oh, you loved Onihei? Yeah. Hope Pluto gets an NA North American Blu-ray. We'll see. Next level graphics. I know. Yeah, Aiden. Yeah, it's a lot like Pluto's a lot like that, but I'm okay with it. Let's fucking go. I've never seen an Urasawa anime like this. Granted, I've only seen one, but it was what I was expecting, and I'm really excited. Madhouse is gonna drop in quality when Kawajiri retires. Yeah, I mean, how involved was he with Yorimori? Place Further in the Universe. That did pretty well for them. That seemed really good. And I don't know if Kawajiri was even involved in that one. Also, Sunny Boy, he only did one episode. Or 1 or 2 episodes, I think. Storyboarding. Third time's the charm. Probably no Satoshi Kon without Murayama. Oh yeah. It's when that dude passes away, it's really gonna hurt. Because I don't think anyone realizes how much he's responsible for. Just how much he did. And he's getting very little recognition, I think. The fact that he didn't show up in this trailer, the fact that he doesn't have his name in this trailer either, for me, is like what are we doing here? To me, at least. I get it. You know what? Honestly, I can kind of understand it because, again, I've talked about this in other places, but like both the Urasawa estate and I imagine Tezuka's estate are both very protective. So anything like this being an anime, right, is like, hold on, right? It's like, wait a second, don't you fucking don't, right? But at least it's getting made. Thank God. Yeah. Anywho, this was fun. Let's do it again sometime. Seeing more people being psyched about it, just... Oh, man. I lose it. Maruyama deserves as much attention as the people he supported. Yeah. Most of Madhouse's series are usually storyboarded by Kawajiri and have that over-the-top flair like One Punch Man. Kawajiri is not responsible. No. That's Shingo Natsume, man. Give Shingo Natsume the fucking credit. Both that and Sunny Boy. And Time Machine Blues, isn't that Madhouse too? I could be wrong. About that. The Tommy Galaxy probably also with Sao Maruyama. I wouldn't be surprised. Wait a second. Let me just look at Kawajiri. Let's just see what he did. Okay, come on. I love Kawajiri. Don't get me wrong. Dude's the GOAT. What's he got? I'm also very blessed. I'm also just very happy that he's still around too and actually active and stuff. Storyboard for 2 episodes of Sunny Boy, 1 episode of Beastars season 2, 2 episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen, Mappa, No Guns Life. So No Guns Life I think was Madhouse, yes. So no, okay. In terms of Madhouse shows, I'm pretty sure Sunny Boy is Madhouse. Yes. So in terms of Madhouse shows, 2 episodes on Sunny Boy. Quite a significant number of storyboards for No Guns Life too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 12 probably. 5 out of 12. Significant. Decadence is nut. I'm gonna put desktop. G.I. Furu, the ED for that, nice. Storyboard for 3 and 4, sure. I think this is Madhouse. No, it's Linden. Kimetsu no Yaiba. I forgot. It is Madhouse. Okay, cool. 2, 4 episodes of Boogie Pop. Nice. Yeah, this is definitely Madhouse. 3 episodes of that. 2 episodes of Overlord. I don't know if that's... I don't remember. But yeah, he's not involved with Yori Boy. That turned out good. Come on. That's my point. I like the man, but also... Oh, wait. One Punch Man. Right. Where did he work on with One Punch Man? He... 8 through 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. He had 4 episodes of that shit. Those are some of the best episodes, for sure. But, like, there's so much more with the animation directors and key animators and all the people that... I'm pretty sure Shingo Natsume is the one who brought those people together and not Kawajiri. I wasn't trying to discredit the director. I just hate when people think studios wait for Magic Wand and pop out a good anime. Oh, I know. I'm with you there. I am with you there. You just gotta put the credit to the right person. Yeah, and it's like, Kawajiri just being in the room, for sure, probably helps a lot. Probably just really helps with, like, working with the master, right? That, like, elevates the whole material. That elevates everybody. That's like talent, like kind of a high tide raises all boats type of thing. Mario just, yeah. Time Machine Blues was Science Saru, the recent show? Yeah, probably. That's probably right, yeah. Because it was like, oh, Shingo Natsume's working at Science Siren now. Holy shit. I think that's right, yeah. And it's actually listed as an O&A, surprisingly enough. Yeah, Science Saru. Whooshka, whooshka. Well, now it's a half hour, 2.5 hours. So I think I'm gonna pop out. It was really great talking with you guys. Thank you for coming. We're gonna hopefully do this another time this week. Hopefully, we'll see. Yo, peace.